What's up, boys? Joseski here on the bridge, just heading into central Sarajevo. So it's my first Saturday in the city. So it's gonna be good. I'm excited just to wander around, see the sights, you know, get the coffees in, chat to a few babes. Let's see what's going on in the city. I'm gonna do a little game with myself actually today. I withdrew 50 whatever they're called, 50 Bosnian marks, and I'm gonna do a little game with myself. So I'll get it out now. 50 marks. Hopefully I don't get robbed here. So the game is gonna be, I can't spend this 50 marks, which I want to spend. That's like 30 quid. What's it got in here? Well, that's a cool symbol, isn't it? I can't spend this until I've done 5 approaches, or if I go on an instant date, I'll let myself off. So this is gonna be the game. Let's get 5 approaches done, 5 compliments, make these girls feel wonderful. And that'll be a good little addition to my day. And then when I've done that, I get to go and spend 30 quid. So let's get moving anyway. Let's get into the city. Let me just show you one thing actually, just before we start. And if you can see that in the background, see that? I don't know if it's showing up. Yeah, you can see the holes there in that building. That's not disrepair. It's bullet holes. It's bullet holes. There's loads of buildings like that all over the city. I'd say honestly about 60 to 70% of the buildings are like that. It's pretty crazy, and it actually gives it, you know, a quote-unquote aesthetic, which is pretty cool. It's mad, you know, like all these cafes everywhere, they're trying to do distressed, and they're all like these metallic bomb shelter type things. This place actually has that look naturally, and there's even a cafe called, I think it's called The Shelter, and it must have been a shelter during that conflict. So that's still fresh in the mind for these guys, you know. So anyway, let's not get too much into geopolitics, although it is fascinating. Let's just go and enjoy the city and have a wander through, and I'll catch up again soon. I'll make another video probably in maybe 30-40 minutes, something like that. Okay, so here we are strolling through the streets. Nice little area here. I'm going to take a little detour into the mall over here, I think. So one thing you can do on a little, if you just kind of, I'm not on a hardcore session here, but I am still wanting to do some, you know. And one thing you can do is, like, I've just had a 30-minute bus ride, plus I've walked for 10 minutes, so I'm cold. I'm completely cold. So unless the girl is like outrageously hot, I actually, in which case I just become a kamikaze. I don't care. But if it's kind of like a normal hotness, it's a weird effect, right? You think on the normal one you'd be less apprehensive, but I'm just like, if they're just whatever, normal, whatever. A good way to get going, like I've just done there, is I just went to a group of 4 chicks, just got directions from them. You know, I'm just a new tourist or whatever, which is, it's a good angle just to get warmed up. That's what I'm also doing in this video now as well, because I'm gonna start speaking to people like in the next 30-40 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna get across this mall first of all over here, have a little stroll around in there, and then we're gonna go to the Turkish area of Sarajevo. Okay, so we're just cruising around the city here. I've just done my first proper open with a girl in the mall. So this is basically, I think the theme of this video is going to be building a session. So I've got to do 5. I've done 1, but I also did a warm-up before that. So next up, let's see if we can get a couple more in before we do coffee. You've got to be swift, man. With these Yugoslav girls, you've got to be fucking rapid, man. They literally disappear. I think because they're tall or something, they walk so fast, like a gazelle. So, yeah, that's going to be the next task. 2 more, and then we'll break for coffee. Make 2 more girls' day. Give them some magic. from yours truly. This is looking like it's a good area, but you've got to be sharp, man. No lazing around at all. So quick one. We're gonna get in for one shortly here. I'm just gonna bullshit on the camera here for 2 seconds. And we're gonna go in. So this will be quite good because it's basically in the middle of the street, which is good. Beyond that, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's a weird little town place, whatever. Okay, so she didn't stop, which is actually good. Which is actually good for me, because what I need at the start, man, I look really fucking tired. What I need at the start is just to blow out some cobwebs. So that was a big area, busy area, and then the chick didn't even stop. It was in front of a good few people as well. So also like going towards the Turkish area. So there's a few fears that have been taken out there. Will the girl? Even though I truly don't give a shit, some part of my cerebral anatomy seems to. I truly don't. But also the other fear, to be honest, is going into the Turkish zone for obvious reasons, right? So we'll keep moving. Yeah, I won't count that because I didn't even get a proper opening. Okay, so that definitely was number 2. I don't want to stay on too long, got to be swift in these streets. Yeah, good stop compliment. A lot of people around as well. So the goal really is to do like the most bold sets in front of the most people, ideally on the hottest possible chick. She had amazing eyes, that woman. She's a bit old for me, to be fair, but still, it was still a solid open. We'll keep it moving. We'll keep moving down here. That's 2 done. Okay, so we're going to hit number 3 here, up by the church. So my cap's looking good. Yeah, it's a nice little cafe around here. It's weird. It doesn't even feel like the Balkans, to be honest, around this area. It feels more like, it feels more Western. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so just got number 3 done, and that was in front of the cafe. Like, people in the cafe turned around to watch that one. The response was fairly good, a little bit perhaps lukewarm. She might have been feeling the social pressure, to be fair. None of that's important though. What matters is my own progress and state, and so not just through today, but also in general. Well, we've only got 2 more to do, and then I can go and spend my 50 quid. So I think it will be pretty straightforward. I just saw one a moment ago. You always miss this. Fucking hell. Part of me doesn't even want to get onto the video because I think, what if I missed one while I'm doing the video? But I wanted to record this moment anyway. So yeah, we don't need to be a perfectionist on cold approach. You know what it is though? On a serious note, if I see one, I'm going to drop the video. I'll go straight in. But what it is though is, if you are fussy and if you do have good experience and good standards, actual baddies, depending on where you are, yes, they are around, but are they? Honestly, they're probably less common. They're probably more common than me, but are they that common? They're not that common. So when you see them, you got to move. Like, is this one? We've got a bad ski? Nah. Nah. She's got nice eyes though. Some really blue eyes here. maybe the bluest I've ever seen. Honestly, absolutely luminous, dude. So I'm gonna go into this little Turkish zouk. I don't know if this will. Fuck it, I'll do an approach in the zouk. Let's go with it. Fucking in front of the mosque as well. So, approach number 4. Tall blonde around here. She's with her whole family. Pro tip for tall girls. Hey, excuse me, you look like a supermodel. What they're gonna do? It's like someone comes up to me and goes, hey, excuse me, you look like a pro MMA fighter. I'm like, yeah. Who are you? Do you know what I mean? It's actually, when I think about what women could achieve if they learned even 1% of the game that I'm rolling with, we could literally just get anyone. Because it's, yeah. Anyway, so here we go. That's number 4 done. I'm rolling now. Yeah. So this is what it looks like when you're starting to roll. Because I'm doing all these in packed places, man. In front of the mosque. Very fit girl. Family around, you know. Foreign country, you know. So, and it's well received as well, because, you know, I'm good basically, and like, you know, why would it not be well received? You know? I look like fucking, you know, Indiana Jones or some shit out here. So, well, we've got one more to do, then I can go spend the 50. Let's see what this place, brings me. Who knows? Will I do a couple of bonus ones? I don't know. That doesn't matter. The challenge was to do 5, so but definitely enjoying myself now. Okay, so this is the beauty of cold approach. Just when you start to get cocky, there's a 2-set there. I just tried to stop. Then even went over into Serbian to stop. And so I went in the local language, well, Bosnian local language, and got iced. You know what? I was stood on a corner. I might have looked a bit shady. So we'll move on. We might say hello to them here, you know. Nah, we'll move on. Cut and run. Well, anyway, they're good. They're just as good, because it's just like, that's probably happened once or twice today, but it's whatever. Who cares? It's just as good as getting a good response. Okay, so that was compliment number 5 done, but I'm not counting that as approach number 5. They didn't really stop. They took the compliment well, but they didn't really stop. So we'll see if we get one more in, which we definitely can on this street. Let's see what comes. So that was compliment number 6. Not an approach though. So we've done all the compliments now. We just need to turn this last one into a proper approach. She didn't stop. She took it nicely. She was with, it's a group of 5 mates. Some of these girls, they've got quite poker faced, you know. But the good thing is, right, once you start to get into the state, you just find things that, if it doesn't go to plan, and there is no plan, but you just find it funny. Like literally, I just found that quite funny. So we'll keep walking, and yeah, you can see this lovely city here, surrounded by the hills. Once the scene of Serbian sniper posts, quite recently. But we'll keep going, we'll keep sniping. Okay, so streets seem to be quieting down a little bit. Didn't get anything else in there, so I've got one more to do for the 50. We'll head down to the mall. I've done 2 compliments, but I need a little bit more interaction than that to make it count. I haven't seen really too many who've made me go, wow. You know, I mean, there's been some fitties, but it's not. Yeah, it's been good enough though. I'm not complaining. It's been good enough. Certainly better than the UK. So keep it rolling down to the mall. So we can get the number 5 in. Okay, so here we are in the mall. Just had a little wander around, not much on. So I just sat down and just having a quick drink. I've done, I think, 6 or 7 compliments today. Maybe a couple of stops which didn't stop. No major long approaches where it really lasted a really long time, really got into the approach. To be honest though, I'm happy with today because the plan today was more to just break that seal. Basically go to the hottest girls in the busiest places in front of the most amount of people and pay them a compliment. So I've done that. Takeaways, what can I do next time? Better, there's loads of things. Some of those stops could have been a little better. Some of the compliments could have been, I think, a bit more hard hitting. It's, you know, it is what it is. Could I have spoken to the girl who was with her family for a little bit longer? Possibly. Her dad literally came over. And it was right in front of her mom and the girls and stuff like that. There was 4 women, and then the dad came over. He actually said something to me, something nice to me. I can't remember what he said. So there you go. So it's very much a breakthrough kind of day. Monday was a breakthrough day as well. But yeah, so that's the difference between, I was out last night and I was so fatigued and I was so in such a bad mood, honestly, from work. And that's the difference between going out when you're fresh and you're relaxed and you're just going to go and enjoy a day, have a great walk around. I've done other things as well. And then you just go and do some approaches, boom, boom, boom. And you get an amazing feeling in your body when you do these kind of approaches, which you don't get in many other things. Maybe when you score the winning goal in a football match, maybe when you've done a 90 minutes of yoga. But actually it's better. It's better. You get more of a social boost as well from it, which is why right now I can sit in this mall as people walking past. And I can make a video talking about the approaches I've been doing on beautiful women all day, in the street, everywhere. And I'm cool with it because it gives you that social boost as well as a physical one. So it's an amazing thing. It frees you of so many chains. So we'll see if I can get one more, I will do it. If I can get one more in, I will do it. And I'll report back. And if I can't, then hey, this will be the last video. I don't like to waste approaches especially if I'm solo. I don't like to waste them. I like it to be at least someone who deserves it, So just going up to some monster and just say I'm long past that. I passed that stage at probably about 26, 25. So I'm a decade past doing that type of thing. So yeah, peace, love. We'll see what happens for the rest of the evening. Okay, so let me just debrief there. So since that last one, I did 2 more approaches in the other mall, one on a cougar, which was just quite funny. She just laughed. we had a bit of a laugh about it. Her daughter was right there, so whatever. And then another one was, what was the other one? Oh, the best one of the day. It must have been approach number 7 or 8, I don't know what it was. But the best one of the day was on one of the perfume girls, and I was just so relaxed, and she was very attractive, so that was an interesting, just a very interesting discussion, a nice discussion. She had a nose piercing in and stuff like that. Well, she looked a bit of a rock chick. So, yeah, it's interesting, the other members of staff come over and check on her, all that bullshit, I shouldn't really let that put me off, and sometimes it does put me off a little bit. So there's levels to this thing, right? When you start a level, you probably wouldn't even do that. Then you go and do it, and then you can get put off your game a little bit if people come over, I mean, I didn't really get put off, but yeah, just stayed and chatted for a bit, and then I could have closed, I think. I think I probably could have closed, but I was just happy with okay, I was that was probably my favourite interaction of the day. So I walked out, relaxed, and I go to the grocery store, get my shopping. Sound American then, but get my shopping. And as I'm coming back out, I thought I want to come to this place here where I'm right now, just for a wind down. And as I'm coming back out, see, I walk past 4 Brazilian girls getting in, like just waiting for a taxi or something. So I open them, just speak Portuguese to them. They were from Rio, and it was actually nice. It was nice to end on that. It reminded to me of, I am more comfortable with these more expressive, like open types of people. Yeah, they were great, man. They were great. I'm becoming like so sensitive to culture. I can almost see the culture in people. Even in their expressions. It's almost like there's like layers and shields, and I'm like, oh, okay, these Brazilian girls, they don't really have a shield. They're just radiating, They really don't have a shield. So it's kind of, or minimal anyway. So it's cool to end on that. And yeah, I think that will be my last one. You never know, but I think that will be, because I'm pretty knackered now. A lot of walking, a lot of talking. A good day. And just to review, that's how you build a session. I actually, in fact, those Brazilians, I saw them earlier in the day. I didn't know they were Brazilian, but I saw them earlier in the day, and I was so stiff at that point. I'd already done, I think, that was after I'd just done the open, when the girls on the park bench, which are just asking for directions. By the end of the day, I'm holding court with 4, chilling. Or I'm opening girls in front of mosques. I'm opening in, girls in shopping centres who are working in the shopping centre. So this is how you build a session. You start off easy, okay, and then you start off easy, and then really easy, basic, asking for directions and things of that nature. Get yourself talking. You can't, going into a big approach after 40 minutes on a bus, like it's just a solo. You're not lubricated. You're not flowing. Then next up, okay, let's actually do some approaches. And then you get those early, they're kind of blowouts, but you're also kind of shit as well early on. And then you start to get rolling in the session. Then you start to get going in the session. By the end of the session, you're doing what I've just been doing now. So this is actually a very good example of that. It's a very good example of that. Today was a nice day to do it as well, because I had a free day. I can just wander around, chill. I've enjoyed the day, but I've also completed a nice little challenge, and I've more than earned my 50 marks. So yeah, hopefully that's useful for somebody. This is Cold Approach Bosnia, over and out.